I know very well that what I'm going to present today in this video, some people doubt it. Why? Because a lot of Africans, black skin people, they've been successfully being indoctrinated to have that mindset that when we talk about the Hebrews or Jesus Christ, the Israelites, they are just a bunch of white skinned people, and might not know that when we talk about Hebrew, yeah, we have Hebrews in Africa. And maybe you, the one watching, probably your tribe is part of the Hebrew tribe in Africa. But you don't know that you are a Hebrew. So in this video, we shall be looking at 5 African tribes that are true Hebrews and lost sons of Jacob, and part of the 10 tribes of Israel that are actually lost across the globe. In fact, I reserved the 5th one on the list, so you can't wait to get to know the 5th one. So coming number 1 on the list, are you ready? Is the Moli Dagbani tribes of the northern part of Ghana. What? Yeah, the Moli Dagbani tribes of the northern part of Ghana are from the tribe of Dan, who were the Danites. But I talk about this in one of my videos on YouTube, that Dagaba are true sons of Jacob and part of the lost tribe of Israel that are scattered across the globe. And in fact, Dagaba, if you look at our history, we are part of the Moli Dagbani. In fact, we came from the Moli Dagbani. That means that originally we are part of that family of the Moli Dagbani. So in that video, I made the linguistic comparison, the cultural and traditional comparison that shows that the Dagaba are true sons of Jacob. So in case you have not watched that video, check out the comment section. Then you can click on that link. Then you have access to watch that video, and you see the details, and you get to understand that the Dagaba are actually sons of Jacob. If you look at the Dagari language, the Dagbanle, Frafra, Mampusi, if you look at our language, because we are from that the same family tree, so that the language, there's a lot of similarity. So further, if you look at the video on YouTube, I brought out certain ways that are Dagari ways. And when you look at those ways, they are traceable to Hebrew ways. In fact, a word like Pala in Dagari means something that is new or wonderful. Now, if you trace back to the Hebrew, you see the same thing, something that is wonderful, something that is new. In fact, the Hebrews call Mary Maria. You come to Dagari, it's the same thing, Maria. And a word like Barika or Barika. Barika in Dagari means blessing or thank you. You go back to the Hebrew, and it bears the same meaning. Blessing, thank you. In fact, there are a lot of these ways that if you make a deeper comparison, you get to find out that there are more of these Hebrew ways that we speak without knowing. In fact, if it was even to be English ways, we will understand that through colonization. But how come we have these ways there? You see, so coming second on the list is the accounts from southern Ghana. Yeah, they are Hebrews and have that Hebrew connection. But with their case, they are not directly connected to Israel, but then they are connected to a personality in the Bible known as Esau. And who is Esau? Esau was the twin brother of Jacob. In fact, the two came as a black person and a white skinned person, but Jacob was black, and that's why he have black skinned people in his genealogy. Whilst Esau, the Bible describes him as someone that was red skinned and then hairy. So he actually, from his line, then came white skinned people in the biblical days known as the Edomites. In fact, the account can trace their genealogy to a man known as Ezra. Ezra was a Horite, and then he was a descendant of Esau. But as he was giving birth to the children, they were all white skinned. But then when he got to Akan became black. And then Ezra said, the story has twisted. So in fact, Akan means the story has twisted, or the color has twisted. In fact, Akan in Hebrew means twisted. You see, so that is how we have the Akan people, and the name remain on him, Akan. But if you also read First Chronicles chapter 1 verse 42, you see it there as Jakan. In fact, when you see Jakan, it's referred to the same person as Akan in Genesis chapter 36 verse 27. So let's get to the third on the list. We travel all the way to Nigeria, and we pick out a tribe known as the Igbos. Yeah, the Igbos they are Hebrews. They have that connection to Israel, and they are from a tribe known as the tribe of God. For instance, if you look at the linguistic connection and the cultural connection, the Igbos also have that connection. To stand in Igbo is Amadi. The way you go to Hebrew is Ahmad. Just the same thing. Then you look at a way like Bema. Bema is a place of importance, a place of significance. If you go to Hebrew, it's Bema. Then when you come to Igbo, it's the same thing, Bema. You see, so if you look at their cultural connection, their linguistic connection, they're also from the tribe of God and part of the lost tribes. See. So now let's get to the fourth on the list, and that takes us to Cameroon. Yeah, so the Cameroonian tribes, in fact, also belong to a tribe known as the tribe of Judah. In fact, for them, they still have some of their brothers who are still at Israel. In fact, if you go to Israel, you find out that there are still certain black Israelites that are in Israel. So what happened is that the 10 tribes that are lost across the globe, but then there were 2 tribes who remain in Israel. That's the tribe of Judah and then the tribe of Benjamin. So interestingly, the tribe of Benjamin were mostly white-skinned people, and then the tribe of Judah, they were black. But the tribe of Judah actually picked their father's color. Jacob, who was actually black. Unfortunately, they are able to relocate themselves through circumstances in Cameroon. Now let's get to the fifth on the list. The fifth on the list is the Fulani people. The Fulani people that are scattered across West Africa. They are Hebrews. What? Yeah, the Fulanis are Hebrews, but they are known as the Reubenites, and they were mostly cattle headers. And interestingly, the Fulanis are still cattle headers up to today. See, and if you look at their culture, their traditions, they also have that link to Israel. A lot of Fulanis might not even know this. In fact, I saw a certain video on social media, and one of the Fulani people was arguing that they are not black-skinned people, presenting a different narrative. And it looks so strange because this guy doesn't even know that Fulanis, if you trace their root, you trace to Jacob, who was a black-skinned person. So where from that narrative? See, so sometimes it's just out of ignorance. But what I presented here is from what is known as pneumatic theology. In fact, if you go searching on Google, you might not find some of these things because they are things that we learn through pneuma. Right? So you might not get this directly on Google unless maybe someone somewhere is aware of some of these things, maybe a theologian, and has put some of these things on Google. Yeah, so make sure you check out the details of this video on YouTube at the comment section below.